What up YouTube? Sam TCG here with another PSA return video. We have Pokemon, we have One Piece. I'm doing this in a few days. The last submission that I received, I was editing the video and was just about to post it, and then I received bigger Pokemon cards from PSA. So what I'm gonna do is the other video basically has half Pokemon return. There's about 50 cards Pokemon, and then the other half is One Piece cards. You're gonna get a bunch of wicked cards in there, but they're not as valuable as these. So these, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put them at the end of the video. So even if it looks like it's gonna end the video, stick around and you'll get the chance to see my biggest cards. So they're all Pokemon, they're all vintage. We got some Lugias from Neo. We got some Blastoise secret rares. We have Charizards, and the biggest card you'll see, I think I'll actually show you, but not the grade, is this Pikachu Gold Star from 2006. Crazy hit. We'll talk more about the condition later, but condition wise, probably somewhere between PSA 1 and 6. Still a $3,000 card from the last 12 views. So stick around till the end and we'll be able to show the grades for that. I'm so pumped. We're gonna start with the One Piece, and we're gonna go to Pokemon. If you're not interested in One Piece, please feel free to just skip ahead. But I do think that everyone collecting Pokemon should think about starting One Piece. One Piece is a blast. Amazing arts from Bandai that does Digimon, that does Yu-Gi-Oh! They're doing super good in the last. They're doing well in the last year mostly. It's getting crazy, and it's much more easily accessible than Pokemon in the past months. So that's part of the reason why I went towards One Piece more than Pokemon. But you know, it's all, everyone has their own. So we're gonna go and start with One Piece first. I'm gonna go with big pile. Probably have around close to 90 cards that we sent there. I have another few that's coming back soon, but those are higher tier cards, mangas, and a Gold Star Pikachu. So look out for that video. It's gonna be coming out soon, probably in the next week or two. These are still. Most of them are over $100, $200, $300 US. Got some that are more than that, and for some reason didn't get upcharged. So we'll see. So first cards, we're gonna go with the One Piece. So we got just a normal alt art Monkey D. Luffy. Let me just get the focus right here. There we go. So we got a Monkey D. Luffy alt art from OP10. I just like this card. Just going in the PC just to keep long term, see what happens. Maybe sell in the future, but probably not. So we're hoping for a 10. You'll also see for the Pokemon guys watching this video that One Piece grades much better. Just in general, sort of like the Pokemon Japanese cards. They're just made better. They're thicker cardboard material, and they just, I don't know, they're just made better. They're better centered and everything. So we got Urouge from OP10 SP. Beautiful card, but not worth much. But still, I thought about grading it. If he gets a 10, he got a 10. Perfect. So 10s for this is probably around less than 100 US, to be honest. That's fine. There we go. That's a much better pull. Same set, OP10 SP, Charlotte Pudding, beautiful card. I think this is in a 10 over at least 100, maybe 150 or 200. I'm not sure, but it's a beautiful card. So let's just see the back for fun. The back was spotless. We don't have any whitenings anywhere. I don't know what's going on with the PSA. Looks like I don't know, seems like wavy in the back. Do you see that? I definitely see it there. I don't know if it's some sort of cover they put on. Yeah, it is. So it's the plastic between the card and the slab. There's a thin plastic layer that they've been putting on the front and no, just the back actually, I think, from what I see here. and it seems to be wavy. I don't know. Don't really like that. Still pretty, as long as it doesn't affect the front part, which I am mostly looking at. And it's got a 9. I just didn't mention that, but I was like sad about it. But there we go, got a 9. Kind of sad about this one. We're gonna put it aside in a different pile. So the first 9 of the night, 3rd card. So maybe that's bad. So PSA did change the grading standards since, and everyone's saying that in their openings recently, but it is true. So they did change their grading standards for the centering. They're a little bit more strict. So Edward Newgate, this is like a 300 US card if in a PSA 10. So we're going to hope for the PSA 10. I probably won't keep it in my collection. I'm actually selling this card no matter what. A 9? Are you kidding me? Wow, 2 in a row. 2 SPs. I mean, I know why SPs are. Oh, that's my fingers there. I know why SPs are a little bit harder to grade because they got hollow the whole card in the front. Oh, maybe here I can see a tiny bit of winding. I wish I could get that seen better, but it's, you know, it's tiny little thing. There must be some sort of dent in the surface. I'll be able to check that more later. But anyways, I'm not a regrader per se. Not really a regrader that'll send the same card grading twice. Maybe from a different company. And be on the lookout for that. My next video, I have 5 mangas that I actually got as BGS Beckett 9.5s that I broke the case. I cracked it and sent them to PSA hoping for 10s. Little bit of a gamble there, but that's how it is. And I should get the results soon. So we got Trafalgar Law, Treasure Air from OP. It's not OP07. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's OP12. Yeah, OP12 had this. Let me just get. I don't know why the focus is shifting. Perfect, much better. So Trafalgar Law OP12, if I'm not mistaken, Treasure Air. Beautiful card, but not worth that much. 100 USD, I think, in a PSA 10, around that. So in a 10, yeah, I think we might have another one. I'm not sure. It's fine if we just have one. Charlotte Flampe from it says OP10 SP, so it's fine. Beautiful card. I don't know how much this is worth in a 10. Probably 100 US or more. I keep saying US because I'm Canadian. And it's a difference. It's 1.4. So every US dollar is 1.4-ish Canadian. I know most viewers are a 10. I know most viewers are from US, and even Canadians are used to talking about US value. So I'm just talking about US, and it's fine. OP08 SP Tashigi. Beautiful card, actually. I love the purple. A lot of people are fan of Tashigi. Not me, but I mean, I still think the card is beautiful. That's why I sent it grading, and it's worth probably over 100 US in a 10. Let's hope for a 10. Beautiful. Nice. So we're at 5 PSA 10s and 2 PSA 9s. It's going well for now. We got obviously some alt leaders here, but this is the PSA magazine exclusive. This is worth over 250 US in a PSA 10, so I'm gonna hope for that. Let's see the back for fun. I'm not gonna check the back for every card for one piece. We're expecting them to be spotless. Worst case, if we get a 9, well then I'll check better. But this was sent in the magazine that was sent in a few months ago, maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, just in the magazine, so it can be damaged easily. We got a 10 anyways. Wonderful. Glad for that one. This PSA submission actually took 4 months to come back. They say if you calculate the business days, it's actually 3 months, and then they sort of changed it to 4 months, and it's fine. I don't mind at all. I don't mind the wait. It's worth it. Shirahoshi, I got 2 or 3 of this card actually. We're gonna see a few. We're gonna hope for 10s in all of them. They're definitely worth over 80 to 100 US per PSA 10. So the first one, PSA 10, Gem Mint. Let's go. Got another one? Perfect. Same thing. PSA 10. Let's go. Do we have another one? Yeah, we do. So I guess I got lucky and pulled a bunch of alt arts in the OP11 set. And they're all perfect condition. Wonderful. So for the end of the first pile, out of 6 piles, I tried putting just a normal alt art that I found a beautiful art. Just the hearts and the blue and the purple. And just Charlie pudding from OP11. There we go, Gem Mint 10. So this is probably worth under $100, definitely US. It's probably like 50. It's not typically a card that is worth grading. I still did because I like seeing them graded. So let's keep going. Boom. All right, we're getting to OP11 a little bit more with the SP, the playing card SPs. I don't know how people call them, but I like calling them like playing cards. You know the brand, that's bicycle brand cards. It looks like that a little bit on the back. Love it. So Silver Israeli SP. Let's look at the back for fun on this one. Same thing, the sort of wavy in the back. I'm not sure how I like that. I don't mind because it's in the back, but I do mind because it's on the card. So here we go. Mint 9. Really. Let's look at the back a little bit more. I don't see anything wrong with the corners, the edges. Oh, maybe here, but really not 9 worthy. Like I'm saying maybe because I'm not even sure that's damage. It's just like maybe the centering. You see here, it's a little bit wider here than here. I have problems with the. If any of you have any suggestions on maybe autofocus, what I can do for autofocus, I won't film with my phone. I just won't go there. Even though my phone has a decent camera, I will never go there. I'm happy with a full digital camera there with lens and everything. Whichever you have or suggestions for anything that's autofocus in the middle, or you set up where this is like changing. Right now the focus is here, even though I put it right here in the start. Kind of annoying, but should get something better. Been concentrating on audio mostly. Got a sort of singing mic that my girlfriend had, and I'm using it to see if it works well. Anyway, Shirahoshi playing card SP from OP11. Hoping for a 10. This is worth 300 US right now. It's crazy. Mint 9, so definitely not worth 300. Wow, SPs are getting harder and harder to grade. I think maybe it's because like you can really tell when it's off center because there's pattern super close to the edge, so you can measure. It can be a little bit more precise compared to normal cards where you have all this area that's separated. So I don't know. Like the edges are perfect. So you know what I said about One Piece cards being easier to grade might be wrong. Said maybe too many cards. Maybe I should look at it more better, even though it's probably my 8th or 10th submission that I do. This is a beautiful card. Sanji, the knife and the fork. Wow. Really hoping for a 10 for this. Probably keep it in the collection. I don't know. Not sure. Wow. The blue is beautiful. Okay, let's just go. Gem Mint 10. Yes. So we got probably 3 times as many PSA 10s as PSA 9. Oh, nice. So the Alt Art Gear 2 event card from OP11. Beautiful card. I have 2 of these actually. I think the next one is going to be the same card. We're hoping for 2 10s because this is actually over 250, over 300 US per card in a PSA 10. I would just love that. I'll definitely keep one for the collection just because it's Luffy and it's a beautiful art. But the other one I'll sell it. There we go. If I get so this one's gonna stay in the collection, and this one hopefully is a 10 too, just because I want to sell it. If you don't know, for Canadian people, I'm selling on my eBay. Just to Canada, I'm not too intense about it. I just do it as a hobby. Basically, when I buy cards and I grade them, I just finish being flush. I don't make a profit or anything, so I sell on eBay just in Canada, just for shipping purposes. And Sam TCG is my store name. My link should be in my description of my channel. If not, you can just look it up, Sam TCG. If you're in Canada and you're interested in these cards, they'll pop up soon. Yeah. So another 10? Yeah, another 10. Wonderful. So look forward to this. I don't know why I graded this. This is probably like a PSA 10 50 US probably. It's not really a card that I should have graded, but it's fine. It's fine because it's a 10. I'm not a big fan of Kobe. I mean, I'm much happier that it's Kobe when he's older. Kobe when he was younger at the start of the show, I'm not a big fan of him. Not really the badass character like Shanks is. So Shanks, OP09, just normal alt art, beautiful card. I have graded some of these before. They got 10s and 1 9, so we're hoping for a 10. Yeah, let's go. So a super nice card, just the color pattern, red, and all the red is hollow and the black isn't. So it's, I guess, some sort of. I'm not an expert in describing hollow foil patterns. Usopp, alt leader from OP10. Pretty cool card, but like many others, I'm not a fan of the sort of face in the back here. I don't know why. I like Usopp. It's not because it's Usopp. It's just the face in the back, but it's nice. It's nice anyways. Graded just because it's an alt leader. Gem 10. Let's go. Let's keep it coming with the alt art leaders. Sugar. Same set. Sugar. For some reason, they didn't put her face in the back. Just decided to switch up the art. That's fine. Not against that. A lot of cool foil pattern with a checkered or I don't know. I hadn't noticed that, but I like it. Gem 10, let's go. Trafalgar Law, alt leader. So this one I like more. There's no face in the back, and it's just crazy art. And the foil pattern is how can I show it? Like I don't know, it's just nice, electrifying. Mint 9, really. I'm getting much more mint 9s than I was previously in my past submissions with pack fresh cards that I carefully put in card savers and sent over. So I can't, I didn't play with them more. It's really just centering and, well, talk about centering. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Is it supposed to be that bad? I'm seeing it there, right to left. And definitely, it's heavy here. And a little bit thinner here. It's hard to say on the top because it's a different sort of pattern, but here, clear to the right, it's thicker. Let's just see on the back what is going on. It's hot in here. I'm so stressed to be recording this. Just kidding. Yeah, so it's not that. I don't know. I don't see anything with my eyes or with the camera. All I see is that wavy pattern that I'm starting to dislike more and more. 10, nice. Spoke about the centering that I thought was bad for 5 minutes and then still came out a 10. This is just for a personal collection. Got these from the Walmart boxes that I bought. I just opened one Luffy just for fun and I got this and I figured, condition wise, looks good. Looks well centered. Kind of weird here. Different colors in the eyes. I think one of the eyes is foil and the other isn't. I don't know. I guess it's obviously it's white and black, but I mean still different reflection. Anyway, it's just a cool card for the collection. See what happens. Mint 9, are you kidding me? I guess the centering is super easy to see there, but it's okay. Yeah. So this is thicker than this. I don't see any edge wear. Yeah. So it's fine. Anyways, it's going in the collection. Wasn't planning on selling that. For the rest of One Piece, we have 2 piles left. I'll go super quick through this one. This one too. This one I'm fairly excited for this one. I did gamble. I gamble with these Nami. They call it the GTA Nami. It's Grand Theft Auto. Just because of the art style. I just love the art style. Love the card. It's a treasure rare. It's hard to pull. So I bought maybe 15 online. I opened maybe 2 or 3. I graded some already. They did well. Did I get a PSA 9? I think I got 1 9 and a few 10s. I think this card is underrated. I think it's gonna increase in price. It already has. I was buying them for around 90 or 85 US, and now they're worth about 200 US, and they're gonna keep rising, I really think. Anyways, it's beautiful art. All this, and just the foil pattern around. It's like a sun. It's got stars everywhere, and it's got a bunch of different colors, and it's a Nami. Different art style. So anyways, I'm just hoping for a bunch of 10s on these, and probably going to keep in the collection for a while and see what happens in the future. But definitely keeping 1 in my private collection. So anyways, we'll go quick through these. So PSA 10. So let's do the tally. So 1 PSA 10, a 9. Let's see why. And some of these were shipped to me, so like here, obviously, I see why it's a 9. So there's a tiny nick on the edge. I guess it was enough for PSA 9. This is not on the card. So yeah, I guess we'll take that. It's fine. It's fine. And long term, I think it's still worth it, even if I get 9s. But obviously, I want 10s. 10, 2 10s, 1 9. We got, I think, 14. 8. Are you kidding me? 8. I don't typically, I guess here, the centering issue, anyway, whatever. I don't typically crack and regrade the same card to the same business. I won't. I'll keep it as an 8 and see what happens. It's fine. I'm at 10. So 3 10s, 2 sub 10s. Gem in 10, let's go. Gem in 10. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gem in 10s. And 2 that aren't. Gem in 10. I think there was one that I bought on eBay, and then when it got to me, it clearly wasn't a PSA 10, so maybe that was that one, I don't know. Or maybe I didn't grade it. Gem in 10, let's go. 9. No. I guess corner. So what I meant by they were shipped to me is since they were shipped, maybe they were damaged on the route, maybe they were damaged before, maybe they were sold raw because they were damaged. I would imagine that if someone pulled one and it looked like a PSA 10 candidate, they would grade it, but I mean, look at this. These are all ones that I did not pull, that I bought just raw off eBay. Mint 9. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of foil patterns, a lot of. So I mean, it's hard to see if there's tiny problems. I think for my gamble, it's still a good idea. I don't regret this at all, even if it had more 9s. If there were all 9s, I'd be pissed. Gemington, beautiful. So I sent 14 in the submission. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 were PSA 10s, and 4 were sub 10s. So all in all, happy with that. I'll put these aside. Put these in a tiny box somewhere and save them for later. These is a weird thing I did. You probably won't see people doing this often, but they're all Nami's SRs. So they're super rare cards. By super rare, I mean they're not that rare, but they're super rares. Non-alternate. I've just graded a bunch of them. Gonna keep them long term. See what happens. I shouldn't grade a bunch of them. I should grade like one of each, just so I can follow the value in my app that tracks the value, and then grade others in the future if I need to. Yeah, it's funny. I just noticed this. It's pretty obvious on the. That's just from writing a lot. My job is really I'm with a pen all day. Most of the time I'm writing down. More than half the time I'm just writing stuff. So it does that. I don't know who else has it. So a bunch of PSA 10 Namis from OP08 SR. Pretty sure these are, the rest is all OP11. So I just found the art nice. Figured I'd send them. There's a bunch of them that I didn't send because I thought they weren't going to be 10. So I'd be pretty sad if there were more than one in a PSA 9. Honestly, I expect them all to be PSA 10. They were carefully inspected because it's already bad to send these grading. It's already bad even though they're a 10. Financial wise, if I get a 9, it's even worse. It's just throwing money in the garbage. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and am I good? I'm good. So, good job to me for sending those ones. For Pokemon, we got 2 piles, or I guess probably the equivalent of 3 piles. So we got all this. To give you an idea, all these. Should be more careful with these, but it's fine. It is what it is. They're in a case for that reason. This shouldn't stretch the case too much, but I'll be more careful. Okay, so pile number 1. So like I said, a bunch of vintage stuff like this. This I don't expect a high grade. A lot of them are just for the PC. You already see. Let me get them closer. Try something. Sometimes it catches Luffy's face and it wants to focus on Luffy's face, which is cool. But beautiful swirl for those swirlies out there. I guess I shouldn't call you swirlies. But I have a friend that's obsessed with swirls and he's gonna mention them all the time, and so now I notice them more. So I expect like a 4 or 5 or maybe a 3. I don't know. 5, perfect. So that makes sense with what I see on the back. Actually, I'll be showing the backs a little bit more. This is folded here. It's horrible. Like a tiny foil damage in all the corners. In the edge here is horrible. So anyways, I did expect a 5. Probably worth like 40 bucks. An Eevee from Neo Discovery in English. Non-first edition, non-holo, just a cute Eevee that I'm going to keep in the collection. A 4, I was expecting about that. It's even worse than the other Eevee. Damage all around the edges, the whole edge, the whole corners. Horrible here. You can see it without the big focus, but front of the card looks good. Except this coloring here. It's kind of blue. This was definitely kept in not a binder. So now we're getting in a bunch of EX cards from the EX eras. Still sort of mid-vintage eras, I mean. Don't see a swirl anywhere. Doesn't matter. Cool card. Absolutely, I'm hoping for like an 8 or a 9. A 6. I don't remember. Oh, no, no, my bad. I don't really remember what the conditions were on these cards, but definitely whitening on the edges, on the corners, all the corners. So, yeah, 6 is fine. Probably sent it because, I do see a swirl. Do you see it? Yeah, I just wasn't holding it in the right angle. That's what you gotta do. You gotta go and orient it with the fibers. So I'm okay with those in 6. I probably shouldn't have sent it if I knew it was going to be a 6, but I'm fine with that. Just a cute Charmander, reverse stamped Crystal Guardians. Obviously we have a print defect, like a sort of print line here. So I'm not expecting a 10, but if we can get a 9, it'd be super. Already here, probably not a 9. You got obvious corner whitening. In this corner here, it's just a tiny bit, but maybe the edge, I don't know. It's definitely not a 9, but I think it's a great card that I'll probably keep in the collection or sell. We'll see. A 6. Definitely not a 9. I knew that. Gyarados. So yeah. These cards, Pokemon are super tough to grade. The vintage and mid-vintage eras. Print line right here, going straight down the whole card. I don't know if you can see it. Gyarados, Delta species, electric type. For those who don't know, Delta species means they're a different type than what they should be. The edges are not too bad, just not a 10 obviously, because I got a tiny bit of whitening on the edge here. The corners are not that bad. Yeah, a tiny bit of stuff, but I mean, not enough to bring it down that much. If it's down, it's because of the print line. It's because of the tiny back whitening and the hollow that we're not able to see that well here. But I remember this was in great condition. Probably in 7, 6, 7 if I'm lucky. 5. Consider myself good at knowing when it's a 10 or a 9, but I mean, after that, it's just a guess. Deoxys, Delta species also, so metal type from Holland Phantoms, reverse stamped. These all have print lines almost. Crazy. If you're lucky enough to have a PSA 10 in one of these, keep it forever. Or sell it high. Hollow seems fine. Tiny bit of whitening. I mean, just because of the last ones, I'm gonna guess like a 5 or 6. But if I'm lucky, a 7, a 3. There must be something wrong. There must be something worse that I'm not seeing. I really looked at this card. I've got a magnifying glass and everything with LEDs. There must be something that I'm not seeing, and it's definitely not worthy of a 3. Shouldn't have graded that, but this is a wonderful card. Is there a print line on this also? We're looking vertical, we're looking horizontal. Tiny mini crease here. I guess a crease, technically, I thought a crease was the whole card, and obviously there's no fold on the back, so and tiny creases. So maybe a 1 or 2. But it's still, it's EX and a crazy card. 4 is much better than I thought. Honestly, probably would have been better to get a 1 on this. Dark Celebi. This one has tiny scratches on the hollow. It's pretty well centered. It's got edges here, corners. You're probably going to ask me, why did you grade all these? I don't know. A 6. Very tough to grade on these. I'm having a hard time, giving me a hard time. Same thing here. Scratches on the hollow a little bit, like not exaggerated, but enough for it to be probably a 6. There we go. This is a crazy card. So Fire Red and Leaf Green, beautiful set. They had I love this set just because of the reverse hollows. The reverse hollows, not all of them, but some of them have this hollow Pokeball in the center, and I just love those. I've got maybe 20 that I'm just collecting, not grading, but just collecting because I like them. It's like a shattered glass-ish. But it's the only version that you can have this card in. It's a secret rare also, 114 out of 112. So, a lot of damage. 1, 2, 3, or 4. There we go. 4. And I don't mind at all. I love Articuno. This is just for the PC also. We got some surface wear a little bit. Not that much. The shape of the corner is kind of weird here. You can see it on the video. It's not super rounded like it usually is, like a rounded corner. There's damage here. There's damage all the way on top here, all the way on the bottom. This is bad. I don't know what happened there, but I wanted to keep it for the PC. If it's a 1, I'm happy. If it's a 2, I'm also happy. 4. I'm getting a lot of 4s, huh? We don't mind. Scyther EX. I've got scratches. Scratch here, that's probably eye appeal. Damage worthy. It's got folding on the top here. I don't know how I can show that, but it's got like a little bit of folding like inwards toward the inside of the card, like the parts of the card are like sort of splitting open. Same here, sort of what a water damage would do, or humidity. It's got a star here. I'm surprised they graded this. I expected this card to maybe be like altered, do not holder, but it's fine. I probably tried to clean a little bit. I don't know. The only thing I do when I clean is I go with a Q-tip and alcohol swabs, and I don't go straight on the alcohol swab, but I put the Q-tip on the alcohol swab and I squeeze the alcohol swab so the alcohol goes in the Q-tip, and I just rub super carefully just for the dirt and the... Okay, this I really thought this could be a 9, but there's so much hollow. There's so much hollow on this card. There's like tiny whitening there, so it's not a 9. It's not a 9. I think it was still worth it just because the set, it's Rainy Collection from Legendary Treasures, and it's 2013, it's just more than 10 years old. It's a cool card. I don't know if there are any big Emolga fans. 7. It's probably the highest grade we got yet. Oh, I didn't even talk about this. I realized it too. I didn't talk about it, but it says mark. There's marked, or I think that's what it means. MK, like a mark, because of this star that was written in the middle. So whatever. That's kind of cool that they did write that. Melodic, and don't forget, stay tuned. We got a bunch more. Melodic, Emerald, reverse hollow, stamped. Yeah. So they're all reversed when they're stamped. I don't. There was something wrong with this card. Like I thought there was a print line, but maybe I'm misremembering. Tiny whitening around here. So and here, yeah, there's a tiny bit of so corners, edges, and probably hollow stuff. I mean, if you got enough damage to the edges, it's got to be something in the hollow, but I don't see any. Oh yeah, there's tiny scratch. It's probably a 6. Maybe I'm getting good now. I'm getting good with 4 to 7 grades, 4 to 8. Clefable EX, great card. Same set as earlier, Fire Red and Leaf Green. Love this set. Clefable. There's a swirl here. I didn't used to remember them, to notice them, but beautiful swirl right on top of his head, like he's hypnotizing, and the back is a whole swirl, I guess. So this, in this condition, if I can get an 8, I'd be flabbergasted. I'd be going crazy, but I don't think so. There's, I think, a scratch in the back of the card here. There's tiny whitening in the edge. We're gonna go boom. Yeah, 6. That's fine. That's fine. It's cool with the swirl. I'm getting destroyed. This I'm happy with any grade. 2003, 20 years old. Was there? Yeah, there's a swirl right here. There's folding here, and sort of creases on probably just one side. Yeah, just one side. The back is fine for creases. Corners are horrible. 2, I'm guessing. 4. Getting a lot of 4s. I don't mind that. The other pile. So this is for the PC. Just a destroyed Pichu. It's got dirt here that I probably wasn't able to remove, or I didn't try because it doesn't matter, but I should have, just for the eye appeal. That's why I graded it, because I think it's a cute Pichu. It's got a fold here. I'm gonna say this is a 1. Come on, it's got a big fold. I mean, yeah, you see it there. A lot of whitening. A 3? What? I've been given PSA 1s for less than that. Blastoise Reverse Hollow from the E-Series. Favorite sort of card, the E-Series. Love those. but the reverse hollows are so hard to grade. They've got you can't get there are some PSA 10s out there, but I mean you can't get it with the reverse hollow. I'm not trying for a PSA 10. Obviously you see the whitening here, see a lot of whitening. Just graded it because it's a Blastoise and it's a cool card and it's an E series. I'll probably keep this in the collection for a while. I don't know, just love looking at it. That's why you keep collection. You keep cards in your collection because you love looking at them. I had this one too, just in my binders, just laying around. You're gonna say, why in a binder? You shouldn't keep it, just because it was already damaged anyways. Don't you see all the sort of hollows, not scratches, but it's faded. Like someone went with an alcohol swab and rubbed it on. So a lot of whitenings around. Whitening, lightning. 4. Expected that. That's fine. Raichu. Raichu hollow from E series. Also for the PC. Does it have a swirl? Does it have a swirl? It doesn't have a swirl. The back is horrible also. So, there's a couple of reasons you can grade a card. It's a PSA 4. You can grade a card for, making more money. That could be a reason that you want to grade a card. You can grade a card just because you want to have the card in a case. You want to protect it better than just in a top loader, and it's probably as protected as a top loader, to be honest. It's definitely better than a sleeve and a binder. So super nice. Super nice card. Kabutov's Unlimited Neo Discovery 2001 Wizards of the Coast hollow, no swirl. Kabutops 6 out of 75. Beautiful card. In the front, obviously a little bit not in the center. Side to side, top to bottom seems fine just to the naked eye. Shouldn't even talk about centering when there's clearly whitening in the edges and the corners. So I mean, why would I even talk about the centering? But we do, because maybe education for people that have never sent a 6. That's fine. I have never sent to PSA. This might be a lesson to you to show you that even though you just get a tiny bit of whitening, tiny bit of in the edges, in the corners, you get a tiny scratch that the eye can't even see, that I couldn't even see with a magnifying glass, and then boom, you get a 6 or a 4. It's horrible. So don't waste your money like me. A lot of these, when they grade lower than I thought, I won't sell them now. I'll hope that it increases in value, or I'll sell it. I don't know. You do what you want. While I'm talking, I'm looking for print lines. There's definitely a tiny one here. I'm gonna do my best to try to show, but it's a smaller one than usual. Oh yeah, you sort of see it here. Yeah. So there's a print line. That's bad. Not a 10 automatically. Not going to talk about the centering because there's whitening here, there's whitening all around, there's whitening there. It's not too bad, so I feel like a 6 would be reasonable for that, but it's probably going to be less than that because it's a Blastoise and a 5. That's fine. I feel like they look at the Pokemon name and they're like, oh, it's a Pikachu, it's a Charizard, it's a Blastoise. Let's just put it down a grade a little bit more than what I thought it would be. I'm sure they don't do that. I hate when people complain about PSA, so I should stop. They complain about it, and they're not crooked. They just look at the card, they give it a grade. I'm happy with what they've been doing. So this is for the PC also. Kind of weird rounded corners. It's a secret rare. Delta species, metal type Pikachu. Just a lot of reasons. Just a cool card. The green background. Doesn't have a swirl, but doesn't matter. It's off center here. Why do I talk about the center? There's a crease there. Probably just on the back. Actually, not a crease. Seems like it was like put on something and pressed down. There's a sort of dent going in. whitening all around. Anyways, so I'm expecting like a 3 or 4 or 5, a 2 really. May as well get a 1 at that point. It'd be a great card in the 1. Evolutions time. I think I have maybe 3, 4 of those old Evolutions that I'm gonna sell. You know, Evolutions and EVs are fine. If I'm gonna collect some of these, it's definitely just plain old Evolutions. I like them, but not as much as how people are going wild about them. Corners, whitening, a little bit of whitening on the bottom. The rest of the back seems fine. Let's see. So 5. It's weird because it's a Delta species and it's still a fire type. Some of them are actually their type that they're supposed to be. Not all of them are different. So Vaporeon EX. The other one was just a holo version. It wasn't an EX or a special foil. This is 110 out of 113, so it's at the end of the sets where they put all the big hits, well, most of them. I don't see a... oh yeah, there was a beginning of a swirl right here. Yeah, anyways, just a beautiful card. Sort of clay Vaporeon. Winding all around. 4. 3. Fine with that. Mew EX. I mean, just like the Emolga earlier, it's the same set. Radiant Collection from Legendary Treasures 2013. Like I said earlier, it's more than 10 years old. Cool card. Mew is just popping off crazy since the Bubble Mew. Had a Gold Star Mew a while back. PSA 8. Got lucky enough to get a PSA 8 in the Gold Star Mew maybe 3-4 years ago. And I just sold it. I mean, to me, it wasn't worth the 5,000 Canadian dollars, so like 4,000 ish, or a little bit less than 4,000 US. It's worth a lot. So to me, I'd rather have different cards. There's a tiny scratch in his eye, his left eye. Tiny scratch. It's probably a 5, I don't know, 6. But it's still a beautiful card. Blaziken. So these cards, just normal holos, 2004. I mean, for sure, they're not going to grade well. There's tiny scratches here. Like, why did I send this? This is going to be like a 6 or 7. It's going to be worth like $20. The only time where these kinds of cards are worth more is if they're a 9 or a 10. And this is clearly not a 9. Start of a swirl here. Oh, is it a double swirl? It's a double swirl, like partial. That's different though. That's cool. I'm happy with below a 9 for that. But there's a swirl here. And there's a partial swirl here. They do fetch a premium. And the back seems like tiny, mini things that I barely can see. Oh, there's whitening. Yuck. Maybe like a 6. But it's a double hollow. Double, yeah, 6. It's a double swirl. So Pokemon's really horrible for PSA. Anything before 2015, 16, you're asking for trouble. So swirl at the tail. I guess I didn't know Chansey had a tail. 2003, super old EX series Expedition. Actually, no, Ruby and Sapphire. I got confused with the circle. I don't know what that. Oh, that's just shade from. I mean, it looks good. Not the back though. The edges are definitely under PSA 8. 7 would be awesome, but it's definitely like a 5. 6. 7 would have been fun. I'll take 6. Beautiful card here. Metal Caesar. Well, they're all metal, I guess. Caesar from Aquapolis. Aquapolis, if you want to see. Hollow. E-Series. Gotta love them. English. There's damage here. This is not supposed to be white. There's like tiny black dots in the front. You can see it's horrible. So 3, 2, it's fine. It's a cool card. And these are, I like these a little bit more than just the normal holos in the set. This one is H21. So what it is, if you look at the set, you got the normal holos, you got the reverses and everything, commons and common stuff, and then at the end of the set, just like Skyridge, you're gonna do H1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is H21 out of H32. H21 out of H32. Skarmory with a nice, obvious, super obvious swirl at the butt. It's farting. Edge is, I mean, fine. They're like the others, a little bit of whitening here and there. Hollow pattern, there's tiny scratches, almost non-visible to the naked eye. Really gotta look with it. You won't see them. I mean, I can try, but you won't see the scratches like at the nose. You don't even see them. But there are some, so it's not a 9, it's not a 10. I don't know. Can I get a 7 for this? No, I can't get a 7. There's no way. No way. 7. Good job, me. 7. 7 for the farting Skarmory. Beautiful. Dark Houndoom. This, I did something special to this. And I'm happy that they still did grade it. Let's see. Can I get a light? I want to show I guess I'll show you my magnifying glass that I use. I don't know. Close your eyes. Oh, no, it's not too bad. So LEDs like this, and you can look through and it really helps. I feel like it helps. I just got that on Amazon. Not a publicity. What I'm trying to show here is the hole I made. I don't know if this is crooked or. Let me know what you think about this. But in the fire emblem, the fire symbol, you can see that I did a hole. I went with a needle. I found it work. A needle that's clean, by the way. I work in a hospital, so it's fine. A tiny 25 gauge needle, and I went through an area where it doesn't affect the eye appeal of the card. And just because I'm hoping for a 1, I'm not one that would like crumple my cards, because that affects the eye appeal. But if I can do that to an area where it doesn't affect the eye appeal, I will try to do it. And this was a test. I was scared that they wouldn't grade it. This is already like, it probably would have been a 1 already. It's got here, if I can show, it's got a crease here. It's got edge wear all around, even in the front. In the back, it's horrible. It's got black dots everywhere. I figured it would get at 1 anyways, but just wanted to assure it. And it still didn't. What? It's got a literal hole in the card. Wow. So I did this to another card, and we'll see it later, I think. Yeah, it's definitely in the rest of the pile. But yeah, in this card, in a 1, it was worth 200-ish US. And in a 2, it's probably like 40 bucks. So, good job, me. Crobat, New Revelation. Hollow. Swirl here. Swirl. Do you like swirls? Leave a comment if you like swirls. I want to hear you. I want to hear you swirlies. What can I say about this? Are there scratches? I don't even see any scratches, but it's a dark hollow pattern. Usually dark hollow patterns are a little bit easier to grade from my experience. Just because the scratches are less visible, I guess. Tiny bit of whitening corners here. This one is fine. Centering seems okay. Let's see, 7. Not bad. Not bad. Crobat. Okay, Pokemon. Big Prime Tyranitar. It's not a secret rare, but a Prime from the Heart Gold Soul Silvers era. The set is Unleashed. I have no idea about the condition of this card. Let's see. So there's not much hollow pattern on this. The eye, the background, but the Pokemon Tyranitar is not foil, and all the edge is foil. So it's hard to grade for sure. I don't honestly, I don't see any scratches. This would be, in all the cards that we saw today, the only one I'd want a 9, but it's not getting a 9. It's not. It's not. There's whitening in corners. You know, 7 if I'm lucky. Statistically, 5. Oh, so I'll take the luck on this one. I've always loved Tyranitar in the games. I would always get a Tyranitar. Feels like a monster, huge, and ground type. Usually, this one is a dark type for some reason. Is Tyranitar always a dark type? I feel like it's a ground or ground dark. I don't know. It's been a while. Even his attacks is all dark, obviously, because the card is dark. Arceus level X, the one with the you know, they all have this. There's a bunch of AR, and this one, anyways, is the center one. You can put the others on the left and on the right, and they have just the streaks or the hollow. And this one is not too bad. Whitening in the 3 corners, tiny bit there, but still not too bad. So maybe a 7 if I'm lucky. 6. I said 6 in French. Whoops. We're up to 3 cards. Oh, that's interesting. Look at that after. Clear tops. So Lantern Prime. Why did I send this? I don't know. It's a Prime. It's nice. Lantern, not very popular Pokemon. I like it. It's a fish. Electric. Makes me think of Nemo. Nemo with the light and then the monster fish. I don't know what you call those. Let me know. Whitening in all the corners, but very little. I mean, if this got an 8, it'd be awesome. So if I'm lucky, an 8, probably a 6. A 7. Okay, not that lucky. I'm just okay lucky. Just okay lucky today. So a clear Charizard. Love those. Kind of cool. Because even though you look in the back, and I guess if you go like this and you look from the back, you can see it's clear. See it's clear, but you can also see that it's worn. It's worn. I just like the card. I'll keep it in the collection for a while. Looks like this could be the front. And it looks like this could be the front. So this is the front, obviously, because that's what they chose to put in the front of the case. I don't know, 5, 6, 6. Cool. Cool. Really cool. So this is the other one with the hole in it. So the hole, I put it in the fighting symbol for the weakness. I'll show you with the light. Did you see it? Don't answer. Yeah, so you see it there. Tiny little hole. I just figured that this Dark Raichu was already a PSA 1 candidate because of the folds. The folds there. It's the whole card, but mostly here. And it's got folds, creases here. In the back, not too bad, except the folds, a little bit of black spots there. The edge is horrible. So anyways, so I expected a 1 anyways. Wanted to assure it, and now that, you know, the other one didn't get a 1, so hopefully this one gets a 1. It's a Dark Raichu. It's a secret rare, 83 out of 82 from Team Rocket, or just Rocket, I guess. And let's get a 1. Yeah, poor 1 for the collection. Let's go. As promised, we are at the end of the video where we'll show all the biggest pulls. So these were all held back, sort of upcharged from the base TCG level submission in PSA. So I'm expecting a little bit higher grades than I thought I would get, and that's a big plus. We're happy about upcharges all the time. We're happy about having our cards put in a higher tier submission, because that means we make more money. We get cards with higher grades. We're always happy with that. So we're starting with the Blastoise Secret Rare. It is a Secret Rare, 137 out of 135 from Plasma Storm in Black and White Series 2013. So obviously at first you can see that there is a huge miscentering on this. So it's a lot thicker here than here. Otherwise, the card in the front seems good. There's a fold in the corner here. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, you can sort of see it. It's a little bit folded. It doesn't, like, the eye appeal is still great, but in the back you can see it a little bit more. You can see some whitenings in the corners. So I expect like maybe what a 5 or maybe a 3, 4, 5 is the ballpark we're expecting. So here we go. 4. So we're correct. And 4, I'm not sure what it's worth, but I'm sure it's worth more than 100. We're happy with that. Put that aside. We got a Rayquaza, or a Rayquaza, if you're following what Nintendo said the other day. It's actually Rayquaza that they want us to use, but I've always said Rayquaza, and I think it sounds better that way. An older set, Dragon Frontiers, where the Mew and the Charizard gold stars come from. That's how I know my sets, which gold stars are from. We have a print line here, so automatically this was not going to be a 10. And we're going to show just basically on the bottom here. Not a fold, but it seems like maybe some sort of water damage that made the front hollow peel a little bit. Centering seems fine, maybe a little bit short in the top here. But I still want to send just because it's a high value card. And yeah, so all the whitening on the edges, on the corners. This is going to be somewhere between 3, 4, 5. I'm guessing. If we get a 6, it'd be crazy. But 3, 4, 5 is ballpark, and that would make sense. And it's a 4, same grade as the other one. Although it looks a little bit worse to me, but fair with that. Here we go. There's 8 cards, and then we're done. So this is number 3. Arcanine. I used to say Arcanine, but having the word canine in it makes a lot of sense. Arcane and canine. So Arcanine EX from the set Legend Maker 2006. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. Great hollow. I don't remember. Oh yeah, tiny little scratches in the hollow here. And there's a tiny fold, like just edge damage. Not really creases or folds. It's just edge damage. Centering in the front seemed fine. A little bit of whitening here, but not as bad as the other card. So I'm expecting a little bit better than a 4. Probably a 5 or a 6. I'd take a 5, to be honest. Let's go. A 3. So yeah, I guess this card has more hollow. It's a little bit tougher to grade. More hollow than this card. The other thing that I didn't mention that a lot of people are gonna notice is the swirl. Oh, let me get a better shot here. So on the bottom left of the Pokemon, right here, we do have a swirl there. Cool place for a swirl. We like that. Number 4, almost halfway. So Charizard. This one is not a secret rare, but is a crazy card nonetheless. Delta species Charizard, so it is a electric type Pokemon. I figure it's the only Charizard that's electric type. I don't know. I didn't check. It's an older set, Crystal Guardians, 2006. I see some little, like, not scratches, but just kind of dirty on the hollow. It's not a 10 automatically. Edges here, I can even see it from the front. There's tiny little dents. Oh, you see them there too. Otherwise, centering seems fine. Maybe a little bit off left to right. That's fine. The back, I am seeing a little bit of whitening. I mean, you know, for vintage cards, it's a little bit of whitening. It's a lot. If this was a PSA 10 candidate, I would say no, obviously. It's probably like a PSA 4, 5, 6. Would probably guess 5 because it looks better than the other ones. A 5, let's go. It's almost like I've done this a few times in my life. Sending vintage cards. Getting used to it. Beautiful card here. In a lot worse condition. We're already seeing from the front that the edge is peeling, the corner is peeling. It's going all the way to the edge here. This was, if not put in a washing machine, it was put in water. Kept in rain for a while, walked on, scratched on the areas that aren't even foil. It's beautiful. Good job, someone. Wasn't me. The back is also a little bit faded in multiple areas. If I can get a 1, I'm happy. Probably a 2. I'm gonna say 2. 1s are sort of hard to get for some reason. So here we go. A 2. There we go. I would have loved a 1. I'm looking for a swirl. Oh, there is a swirl here, but I don't really think it counts when it's on the edge. Oh, there. How can I? Yeah, you sort of fade. Swirl. Beautiful. But it's there. It's a little bit obvious, more obvious than in real life. 1, 2, 3 left. Lugia, Neo Genesis. Forgot what the set was earlier. It just said Neo, but obviously Neo Genesis, not first edition, so it's an unlimited kind. I bought this from someone that didn't want to get it graded, just wanted to sell it raw. I don't know if they graded it before and it didn't give him a good grade, so they broke it and sold it to me. I don't care. I'm happy. This is a beautiful card. It's got a crease in the middle here, not even connected to an edge, and it's not going towards the back. Centering seems fine, maybe a little bit off this way, shorter here than there. Other than the crease, the hollow seems fine. My dog is barking for no reason. The top is a little bit folded, and the corners as well. In the back, we see the same corner changes, and edges, there's some whitening all around, just wear and tear from, no tear, but just wear. And we got some black spots just on the back that maybe I should have cleaned, but really doesn't matter. The grade will be the same, I think. We're hoping for a 1. Give me a 1. A 2. We're fine with that. It just, as you know, vintage cards is like this. They're worth more. Like big cards like this. This is almost like the Charizard. Almost, anyways. Almost like the Charizard. Well, the hollow ones, but unlimited. Value is similar from what I remembered. Dragonite from E-Series set Expedition. Let's show the Expedition 2002. Also, beautiful card. I think I've graded this card and I cracked it. I don't usually do that, but I cracked it because I wanted to put it in my binder. And yeah, it doesn't fit in the binder with a PSA slab, and it wasn't worth keeping it graded at first, but then the prices crept up and I stopped collecting this set, so I figured I'd just, send it grading again. If I remember correctly, it was a 5, so maybe a bad move from me. Grading standards that have changed and everything, so we're gonna hope for a 5. If we get lower than a 5, I'll remember that and not crack anything that you think should stay graded, I guess. Edge wear all around, no big creases or folds, so potential for a 5. Imagine a 6. 6 would be kind of cool. Hollow, there's a bunch of tiny scratches, so we're gonna say like a 4 and be happy if we got the same grade at 5. 3, horrible. So I regret cracking this case. So that's a lesson for all you crackers. Don't do what I did. Last but obviously not least, last and best, Pikachu Gold Star. This card has a crease here, so automatically it's not a 6. Crease, well, in the front and in the back, yeah. So when you got a crease that's in the front and the back, you're maxed out at 5, and usually it's lower than that. I bought this card raw from someone that didn't want to grade it, that just wanted to sell it raw as well. I'm looking around for swirls. I don't see a swirl. There's no hollow bleed. The Gold Star is beautiful. It's always hollow. If you're looking for a fake one, fake ones will not have the hollow in the star. Usually just because it's harder to print like that, I guess. But no swirls. Still cool, obviously. Edge, we're seeing edge stuff. We're seeing the crease again. Hollow seems fine, honestly. I don't see any scratches or anything from through the case. It's a little bit harder to see. Edge whitening, edge wear more than anything. See if you can see all that sort of edge wear and the crease here that we saw in the front. So I mean, we're guessing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 if I'm super lucky, but I'm gonna say this is probably a 3. And we'll take any grade, because any grade, it's worth over 2,000. So we're happy. 3. Let's go. I love being correct, even though it changes nothing. Maybe it'll show you that I know what I'm doing. You trust my opinion. Pre-grades, if ever I start doing that. Beautiful card. I'm happy. Really happy. This is going in the biggest kind of case I'm getting to be protected forever. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you in the next video. The next video I'm posting in the next week will be a manga return from One Piece. What I did is I cracked some Beckett 9.5 cases and I've sent them to PSA hoping for 10s. And if I'm correct, the prices are much better in PSA 10 than in Beckett 9.5, and also the prices just in general of the mangas have increased by a bunch. So this is going to be interesting for a return. I already received the cards, I just will be posting the video later.